But as we get closer and closer to the release, it seems much more likely given the state of the industry and how companies constantly try to get us to swipe our credit cards for as much money as possible.
And that's exactly what you did, Varadark. You understand that the only reason as to why people support your channel is because they believe that you share the same sentiments as them. But what I also find funny is the fact that you have playthroughs of the same DEI games that you tell everybody that they shouldn't play because they happen to be woke. So now you have to explain yourself as to why you make these videos in the first place if you don't even agree with your own audience.
But it looks like an industry standard might be set before we even...
And who do you think is setting these standards? Ding, 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 ding. Good answer, Carl. Content creators such as yourself. You know what, man? I tried to tell you people this before, but y'all were like, she's a real gamer. You know, she out here, she don't support DEI and all these woke games out there. Bro, look at her own channel. Like, you people must be fools if you can't see this for yourself.
To that, because the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct was wrecked across the internet. People are upset with the console's price, with the game prices, and just the way that they've handled the situation because they haven't been very transparent. But now they are getting...
And clearly you haven't been transparent with your own audience.
And once again, for a $90 Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild re-release price on the Switch 2. I want them to thrive like I want most companies to thrive because I want to keep seeing stories that they have to tell release.
But I find that funny because you said that all these woke games that you don't like to play, but yet you have them played and you probably more likely purchased them on your channel. Like, that doesn't make sense. Because you go as far to complain that all these stories are DEI and woke, but yet you continue to support the games of the storylines that you allegedly say that you dislike.
But on the flip side, enough is enough, okay? People are not going to pay $90 for a re-release on a Switch 2 just because you tell them to.
Well, clearly you would.
Only people who would are the people who didn't have a Switch 1, who haven't played the experience and want to actually try it out. But everybody else is looking at this and pointing and laughing. Now, that was already...
and now we all laughing at you. Laugh now, cry later.
Happening with Nintendo because they did not have basic prices across the board, right? We heard that Donkey Kong Banana...
This one's aesthetically bleak.
What was you saying again? Because you said you disagreed with what Nintendo was doing, but yet you still went out there and picked up the Switch 2 with Mario Kart, you know, the same game that you was complaining about the price. You see? You know what? You're like, you know what, game? So now I'm starting to see your point, man. You know, this is not the reason as to why your audience follows you. And the funny thing is, you can sit there and go as far to say, it's only me. No, it's even your own audience. Look at it. So wait a minute, you ran some videos on the outrage of the Switch 2. Its cost and the price of its games. And then you turn around and bought it? You see? You know, like I tried to tell y'all before, man, a lot of these content creators ain't legitimate. Look at that. She can't even handle the criticism. I have always streamed games I talk about and consoles. I never say to boycott. What are you talking about? I've seen you tell people not to support. You know what? Hold on. Matter of fact, let's go back real quick. Before we start to do that, let me look at more comments. Hypocrite, you made all those outrage videos and you told us not to support $80 games, and then you go and do this. Liar. You are no better. Here we go with the, it's my job excuse. It's my job. That's why. So just say that you're doing it for the money then. Just say you're doing it for the money, because if that's exactly what it is, well, guess what? People will stop supporting your channel, because at the end of the day, you take a stance as if you agree with the people that watch your own videos, but yet it seems like you're the opposite. So now you have to ask your question. Why do you make videos on games that you say is woke? You said South of Midnight is woke. You said this game was most definitely woke, right? Why are you having playthroughs of these games on your channel if these games are woke? You have also stated that this game was woke too, so I don't understand you, Varadark. So if you tell other people not to buy these games, then why are you going out there supporting them yourself? All the games that she tells you not to buy, but yet she got full live streams with them. Wow.
at Sweet Babying for, because every single move they make is going to be highly scrutinized, and they're the reason why Gamergate 2 really kicked off.
And clearly it wasn't because of you, because if it was, then why you got these same games played on your channel? You want to sit there and talk about how all these games is woke, Sweet Baby Inc., but yet you got Sweet Baby Inc. games played on your own channel. Don't give us that excuse, well, it's my career, it's my job, I have to. No. If you see something and you don't want to support it, well, guess what people do? You don't put your money in it. Clearly, every time you decide to go out there and buy one of these Sweet Baby Inc. games, do you think any of these companies care? No wonder these companies ain't in business. Now the people watching the videos like, no wonder why we can't get no progress, because it's people like you telling everybody else ain't to buy it, and you the one still supporting them.
But now a rumor is circulating that not only has Kim Belair and SBI not lost any contracts, but
I really do hope that the community wises up to this, man. I try to tell you, man, I always try to look at it from the perspective of the people that watch other people's videos, man. I've always tried to carry myself with the most truth and, you know, try to be as genuine as I can be for y'all. But this is crazy, bro. I've told you guys this a while back, and y'all told me she's a real gamer and she do live streams. Okay, but you clearly aren't who you say you are, though. You know what I mean? Especially after this video, make sure you guys share it around. Let everybody know as to what's going on here, because people are getting sick and tired of this rage bait grifting. Honestly, I would respect more of a person like Nintendo Prime, because at least you know that when he decides to fanboy, he's a Nintendo fanboy. But when you come up and put up this charade as if you're on the side, or, you know, you're on the side of these people, when clearly you're not, because your decisions say otherwise, your actions say otherwise. It's like you're campaigning on something, but yet for some reason you're fighting for the other team. You know, like, yeah, we don't support Sweet Baby Inc., and yet she's one of the main supporters of this company. Like, it doesn't make sense. You cannot use your career. You can't use any of those things to justify what you're doing. You have not been upfront with your audience, and even you, Vara Dark, you know this. Stop the cap. This is why people have lost a lot of respect in regards to content creators in this community, because of behavior like this. Just be who you say you are, bro. If this is what it is, that's fine. If you want to go support these Sweet Baby Incs. and you see other gamers having a problem with it, then maybe you should take a stance of saying, well, I can see your complaints, but I still enjoy the games. No, you don't do that. You tell everybody, oh yeah, we're pushing these agendas and narratives, and yet, like, I would say, if you've been a fan of her channel for this long and is starting to find out this information about her, then you are the biggest fool in this gaming community. It was right there in front of your faces. What made you people believe that she was on your side all along? She was never on your side. We already know what side she's doing this for, and that's fine. Nobody cares about, you know, what you do on YouTube in regards to how you make your money. But this is very disingenuous. This is not authentic, and real people, we see right through it, okay? So as far as I'm concerned, man, you know, just say that, hey, I talk about these subjects because I get good money from it. Just be honest. Just tell your audience. But we know why you don't tell them, because if you did, they might stop supporting your channel, because you have built a channel of lies and deception. That's what you have done. A lot of YouTube content creators have done this, okay? I can go through a whole list of them. This is exactly what you did, and honestly, you deserve to give an apology to your fans, and honestly, you should bring this up to people's attention and let people really know what your true motives are, because honestly, I already know them, but maybe your own audience might want to hear it from your mouth.
They're working on about 30 games. So it says a new rumor alleges that Kim Belair and her against gender removal from video
Look at that, you just bought the damn Switch and you already complain about it already?
Fortunately, there are a lot of studios that think that they're going to capture a new modern audience.
But you bought it. Why are you complaining about this? Why are you still making hate propaganda videos on this Nintendo Switch when you purchased it?
By removing male and female and adding body types A and B or 1 and 2, and that definitely isn't the case. And now,
I like how you have a guy in her comment section saying don't buy their products, but yeah, she did. Look at this, bro. Look at this. Nintendo's DEI department, like, bro, you guys need to do some research, man, because y'all are completely out of the loop, man. This girl did a whole live stream playing the Nintendo Switch, not giving a damn about how you people feel. And look at it. Look at all you people crying and complaining in the comment section, thinking that this girl shares the same sentiments as you. And I'm telling you, she don't. So you guys are literally crying for nothing. Unbelievable, man. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, man, you know, the video is only going to get better from this point forward. And somebody told me I should address this video, so I did. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Take care.